This is a map, Noda. In my opinion, maps can not just teach you just geography, but also a ton of other subjects. One map even developed the germ theory. In today's video, we are going to look at 5 maps and maybe spark an interest. Without further ado, let's begin. First map is the one on the thumbnail, a map of all the tri-state areas. This shows basically every single area of a tri-state area. Basically, a tri-state area, in a nutshell, is a place where you can stand in 3 states at once, or you are very close to 3 states at once. There are not that many in the south or west. However, once you go here, that's when you notice that entire states are gulped up by these areas, like Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Rhode Island, Delaware, and that's only naming a few. The reason they're probably not in the west, is because, well, if you haven't noticed, they kind of started getting what do you call straight with their borders, and that's how there weren't many tri-state areas, as there were not large. They were very large, and there was no need for a tri-state area. California is barely consumed by tri-state area. Neither is Texas or Florida. However, there is this one line of tri-state areas consisting of 5 tri-state areas, and right next to it, 5 more tri-state areas, but this time on a vertical line. Next is a map of India's population. Did you know that you can fit 3 continents' entire populations into India? Oceania would get the smallest part. Then Europe would get mainly the largest part. North America would get a fair third of the country. This is just showing how amazing India's population is. As the most populated country in the world, it sure is very, very packed. Just look at all these continents. If you add them all together, they are way, way, way bigger than India. Yet, you can fit the entire population inside India. Next is a cartoon map of 1877 Europe. Russia is I can't pronounce anymore. Depicted as an octopus. You know, when you see these types of maps, Russia is almost always an octopus. Russia has 2 eyes, St. Petersburg and Moscow. Russia encircles Poland, Crimea, Turkey, and more. Germany is a person pushing them away. Norway is haystacks being carried on Sweden's back. Finland is having a nice campfire near Russia. And the British Isles are an army formation. Now, the Nobel Peace Prizes and other Nobel Prizes happened last week. So this map is probably going to be the best time to see that. Here are the number of Nobel Prizes. In the very darkest red, we can see an very oddly specific number called 428. Wonder what? And France, Germany, and the UK have quite a broader area, ranging from 79 to 145. When we go to 21 to 34, we see basically most of the countries in the north. Once we go to 11 to 19, we start to see one of the most populated countries. And when we go to 4, not that much. 3, Now, there is actually kind of a lot. 2, we have only a few. And 1, believe it or not, I did not expect this. Peru, Brazil, and Saudi Arabia do not have these. I really do wonder why. And gray symbolizes no Nobel Prizes at all. Finally, here's a map of most studied languages in 2023 on Duolingo. Anyway, most of the world immediately we can see learns English on Duolingo. And most of the countries that already speak English learn Spanish, excluding a few countries like Canada and countries in Africa, since they are learning French. For some reason, I did not expect this, Sri Lanka also has French. And for German, for some reason, Iran learns German, and many Baltic nations do too. Japanese is taught in many of the islands in Southeast Asia, and then also Bhutan and Myanmar. Mongolia is unique, as it is the only country where they learn Korean. Anyway, those are a few minutes of 5 interesting maps around the globe. If you like this video, please remember to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.